So every time you spend $100,000, you're actually spending 110. So keep that in mind. We'll help you figure that as you go along. Anybody needs us to figure that for you. There's no personal property that goes with any horse trailers or buckets or horses or anything that's not considered real estate is not selling today. It belongs to the Burnett's and different folks, and they'll be moving that out of here. You have 30 days to close this property, and all the horses and equipment will be off the property by that time. Any questions before we get started? No, the only way you could do that is to sell it to a neighbor that already joined you. In order to have two separate deeds back here, you have to have 350 in the road frontage. You only have 100. So you won't be able to sell the house off unless you sell it to a neighbor. Casey could work something out on that. She's got the property next door. So you all could work something out. She is a neighbor. But if you're not a neighbor, you couldn't do that. You'd have to have some more frontage to be able to do that. Any other questions? Todd's going to call your sale. We'll be around. We'll try not to worry you, but we are going to try to get you to bid. Good luck to all of you.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be with you. Glad to have you with us here today. With no further ado, let's get started on the auction here. All right, what are we going to give here? Give $950,000. Let's go. $950 to buy it here now, but a $950 where? And $950 to buy it here now, get a $950,000 bill. And $950 on a nice property here now, but a $950 where? $950 citizen, make us an offer now. $950. All right, here, what are we going to give? $950 to buy it here now, but a $950 where? Nice piece of property here now, $950,000 to buy it. $500,000 now, but a 6. $500 bid now, but a $600,000 to buy it here now, but a $500 bid now, $600 where? $500,000 down now, but a $600 to buy it. Would you give $600,000 to buy it here now, but a $600 where? And $600, get them all now, but a $600,000 and $600,000. 525, you say 525. 520 now, but a 550. 520 bid now, but a 550 now, 575. And 575 to buy here now, but a $575,000 bills. 575, 550 bid now, but a 575,000. And 575, we get 575,000. And stay with me now, but a 575,000.
60's everywhere.
560 here. 560 now, 570 to buy here now to 580,000. And 580 to buy here now to 580. Where get them on now to 580,000. And 580, we get around now to 580. 570,000 bid, ladies and gentlemen, looking for $580,000. And 580 to buy here. 575. 585, 585 to buy here now to 585. 575 bid now to 585,000. And 585, say 585 here now to 585, 585 now, 595. 585 bid, looking for 595,000. And 595 to buy here now to $595,000 bills. Even about at 595,000. And 595, 585 bid now to 95. 595 to buy here now to 595.
Dad, let me say something here. That doesn't matter what somebody owes on something, but there's over $1 million against this property, but we're selling the property today, so it doesn't matter what was owed against it. But if you ever want to get a deal on a piece of property, today's the time to do it. You can go anywhere you want to. You're not going to find a better situation than this one for you to buy a piece of property. You got the best neighbors in the world. You're living in the best country in the world right here. Saddle horse country of the world right here at Simpsonville, right next to the interstate. We're just kind of fooling around on this property right now.
Folks, this is absolute. It will sell here today. 585 bid, make it 600,000, let's go. 585 bid, now but a 600,000 to buy. And 600 where, get them on now but a 600,000. 585,000 bid, would you give $600,000? And 600 here now but a 600. 585,000 bid, now 600 to you. And 600 to buy here now but a 600 where? Would you give 600,000? 585's the bid. Looking for 600,000. 585 down now, 600,000. 590, just say. 590 now, 600,000. And 600 divided here now to 600 now to 610. And 610 divided here now to $610,000. And 610, what do you get now to 610? 600,000 bid, ladies and gentlemen, look for 610,000. And 610 divided here now to 610. Now get them on now to 610,000. 600 down now, 610 divide. And 610 where, get them on now to 610,000. You divided 610,000 and 610. 600 bid now to 610,000 where? 610. Folks, it's a nice piece of property. Wonderful house. Beautiful scenery. 610,000 divide here now to 610 where? What do you get 610? 600 bid now 610 divide here now to 610,000. And 610 here now to 610 anywhere. Would you give 610,000? 600 bid, looking for 610,000. And 610 divide here now to 610. And 610. And 610 divide here now to 610,000. 600 down now to 610 anywhere. And 610. And 610. Folks, you don't want to wish you would have tomorrow. With 600, looking for 610,000. Would you get 610 now 20? And 620 divide here now to $620,000 bill. Say yes now, 620,000 where? And 620 now 30. 630,000 divide here now to 630. Would you do 630? 620 bid now to 630. 630,000 divide here now to 630. And 630. 625 now but around now to 630. And 630 divide here now to $630,000 bill. And 630. 625,000 bid. 630 to buy. And 630 to be in here now to 630. 625 in the lead now to 630,000. And 630. Would you get 630,000 to buy here now to $630,000?
Just go and give 650, it'll knock them out.
625 bid now to 630. And 630 divide here now to 630. And 630. And 630 divide here now to $630,000. 625 bid, ladies and gentlemen, looking for 630. 630 divide here now to 630,000. And 630. Would you give 630 divide here now to $630,000? Don't wish you would have when you could have. 630. 625 bid. 630 divide here now to 630,000. And 630 anywhere now to 630. 625's the bid. Looking for 630,000 divide here now. 630, would you give 630 one time? And 630 divide here now to 630. 625's the bid. 630 divide. Folks, think about it for a second. 625's the bid. 630,000 divide. 625 bid now to 630. And 630. Take a look around real good now. 630,000 divide here now to 630. 625 is the bid. 630. And 630 divide. 625 bid now to 630 where? Would you give 630? And 630. 625 is the bid. Look for 630,000 divide here now to 630. And 630. Chance of a lifetime, 630. Don't miss it here now to 630. 630 now, 635 divide here now to 635. And 630 bid now to 635,000 divide here now to 635,000. And 635. 630's in the lead, looking for 635,000. And 635 divide here now to $635,000 bill. And 635. 630's the bid, looking for 630,000, ladies and gentlemen. 635 divide here now to 635,000. 630 bid now to 635. 635,000 divide here now to 635.